Hey, welcome back to DeLoney V8 Motorsports and Burns Brothers Performance. We are here again. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. So this time we are talking about kind of the history of this channel and the subscriber count. We are currently at 4,990 subscribers. Stunning. Yeah, super close to 5,000. And I've been thinking about this for a couple months actually. And I, kind of struggled with what to put together in a video to talk about the 5 years, the 5,000 subscribers, and kind of the start of this thing. The channel's actually older than that. I signed up and put a video up on YouTube years ago, 2013, I think, or something like that. But I didn't really start to try to get subscribers or put anything decent on the channel until George got his uncle's 55 and started to restore it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome to Burns Brothers Performance. Sitting here with George Burns. My name's Dave Loney. If you found this video, you've already found my YouTube channel, which is DeLoney V8 on YouTube. And so we're going to do a quick overview on a car here. We're going to first let George introduce himself. Tell us about yourself, George.
I am George Burns. I'm a laborer for Brink Construction Company. That is my main job. This is a hobby and something I do on the side. Yeah, I was about halfway through the build, or a little more than halfway through. And yeah, you got the idea. Just, hey, I'd like to come down and document it. I feel like this is a car that should be documented, and people should be able to see what you're doing to this thing because it has history of being in the movie Top Gun. So
right, and I mean, I still am in love with that car. I'd still like to own that car, by the way. Probably never happened. Anyway. Yeah, I had time, so I'd gotten laid off that year, and I'd asked George if anybody was going to try to document the restoration, and so I had free time. He was doing the work. I started jamming down here, and we did videos. It is kind of funny to look back now. It was pretty weak. It was just a lot of, it was a lot like this, a lot of talking heads in front of a car. We didn't show a lot of the actual work happening, but we did review kind of the work that George did, and he really did did a great job on that car. It's beautiful. We became fans of powder coating. I saw paint cleaned up with razor blades. Learned a few things that summer. Anyway.
That car was obviously a special build for me because my dad originally painted it for my uncle in 1983. And my uncle owned it since 79. Then it ended up being in the movie Top Gun. And then my uncle hit me up to restore it for him. And it's kind of funny, when I do some of these builds, I try to explain to them that I got to jump in with both feet. I can't.
Where's Nikki?
You're not going to get, I don't know how to half-ass it. I don't know how to just.
It consumes you.
I can't just do a paint job. And some people just want a paint job on stuff, and I'm just not that guy. And I'll never be that guy, even though I slowed down on the paint and body stuff. But like I said, that was a special build for me, and I've also often said it to Dave, I do appreciate everything he's done as far as bringing these videos, to YouTube and for everybody to watch, because I've lost some pretty close family members, and Dave has captured those family members. I don't want to get choked up about it, but I lost my brother, and he's got some videos of my brother in there. And my uncle passed away like 2 years after I finished the car, and we had a nice little sit-down interview that we did with him, and I went back and watched that, and it's cool because my family members can go back and watch those videos and see him in action and talking about his car, and it's just, to me, that's part of the greatest part of this, is having those memories of things that we hold dear to our heart, and people we can't talk to anymore. So
yep, shout out to YouTube. It's a great platform, right? It's a great platform. We have a lot of fun with it, and that's kind of the start of this for me. The whole point was to have a good time. I'm a car nut, obviously, and so this has been fun, and it's been a little bit of a creative outlet to try to learn how to edit the videos. I mean, I have been winging it from the start. We started with nothing more than an iPhone.
Yeah.
I think we graduated and got a tripod to put the iPhone on, and now we have GoPros and you know, capture a little bit of action here and there. But I wanted to make sure and cover, again, thanks to YouTube, they give you some great stats. And I wanted to talk about, if you look at the lifetime of the channel and you look at the videos and you look at what drove the subscribers, no surprise, and I learned this by happenstance. The video shorts drive a lot of subscribers. YouTube advertises the shorts. I think today's society likes things really quick and short.
Short attention span.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so the shorts have always done better with getting subscribers. So the number one video, it's Chris Storley's 55 Chevy, and the video title is First Fire Up. SBR, Storley Brothers Racing. Anyway, I've learned a little bit about how to title things better too over the years. Anyway, that's the number one video for subscribers. It drove 327 subscribers. And I wanted to make sure and bring this one up anyway, because this has been a big part of the channel and really kind of brought things to life here a couple of years back. John Eastburn and the 62 Bel Air stick shift. It's a big inch 409 style 62 white 62 Bel Air. That video went crazy. So the second video that drove subscribers is actually a video, not a short, and it drove 298 subscribers. And then on down the list, there's a Burns Brothers Performance video that's number 5, a particular green Chevelle that we know of but haven't seen at the racetrack, 70 Chevelle. So Brian's 70 Chevelle. George did a burnout edit right next door here at a barbecue, and that drove 94 subscribers. That's a top 5 video, and then the list goes on and on. But it's funny because I read early on that you want slow, steady subscriber growth, and so this channel never really went viral other than the John Eastburn video. The growth has been really steady. So I look at my stats all the time, and you know, 1 or 2, sometimes 0, but 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe 5 subscribers a day, it seems like, get added. And it is something I appreciate, and I enjoy seeing it when it grows. And it'll jump once in a while when you put a good video short up, and it usually falls back a little bit. People will subscribe with the shorts, and then you lose them maybe a day or 2 later. But anyway, I never expected 5,000 subscribers. And so,
cool.
and it was funny because the first summer when we were doing the 55 Chevy, the two-lane, the Top Gun 55 Chevy.
Close enough.
Yeah. Anyway, we're doing those videos, you know, that's when I discovered, it's like, okay, well, what does it take? Well, you know, for monetization at that time, it was 1,000 subscribers was kind of the first thing you needed to have. And we got that within a year or so.
Do you remember where you were about with subscribers?
Yeah.
Were you under 100?
Around 100. I think I was just under 100. Yeah. When we started working on the Top Gun 55. And yeah, and then I kind of, you know, something that I went after and got to the 1,000, and then we got 1,000 subscribers, but then you have to have a certain number of watch hours, and I want to say it was 4,000, and that was hard to get. And so the monetization took, you know, another year or more after that. So, but no, it's been a really fun ride. It's been a great time coming down here. It's a long drive down here. It's a 90-minute drive sometimes to get down here, but it's always a good time. We have fun. There's actually another video that's done well, the left, right, center.
Oh yeah.
We videoed left, right, center at a party here one time, and that video actually did really good. It's a short, but all the restorations, and I mean, we don't have them written down. We don't have a script.
We talked about them the other day, and it was like, I mean, we couldn't stop.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the people that trust me with their cars, and grateful for Dave for, you know, capturing those. But I mean, there's even more that you didn't put on video. So,
oh sure.
But yeah, it's a fun ride. So
cars and trucks, mostly Chevys. Race cars,
Pretty much all Chevys,
street
right?
cars. Yeah, I can't think of anything but a Chevy.
I had a few in the old shop, but that was before the YouTube days. So
Yeah, the Ford pickup, the
and
yellow
then
Ford
the
pickup.
54 Chrysler.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, it's pretty much all Chevrolets, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, it's been good. But yeah, and it's funny too, when George finishes one of the total restorations, he always says, I'm not going to do another total restoration.
I've
pulled back
stuck to
in.
my guns a little bit.
After the truck was the last one.
Yeah, but I didn't paint that one. So,
Okay, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the painting, doing the bodywork and paint is a whole different level of commitment that I am not willing to do right now.
Yeah.
With a family and sports and school and all that stuff. So it's just not in the cards for me right now. I'm doing the mechanical stuff, which I really enjoy. It's way easier and my shop stays cleaner. And
Yeah.
so
That was the Top Gun 55. I mean, I learned a little bit here and there. I pick up things, but the blocking, you blocked that car blocked that car.
That car, I hate to say it this way, but it kind of ruined me a little bit because there was so much metal work on that car. When I took it to Salem Powder Coat,
Didn't know how bad it was, right?
I had no idea it was that bad. Right. And that car, I believe it came from Michigan, if that tells you anything.
There was rust in the A-pillar.
Yeah, and then it went to Southern California. So you think, oh, Southern California, me being a young kid growing up, it's a California car. Then you get the whole story that, oh, it actually came from Michigan. It spent the first part of it, 15 years of its life. Well, that's enough to just completely destroy a car. And it was blue when my uncle bought it, and they had basically lipstick on a pig. So, so when it came back from Salem Powder Coat looking like Swiss cheese, I was just like,
uh-oh. And you were already committed and you had a deadline.
Well, I was like, they make bodies for these.
Right.
That's where I was at in my head. Like, we should just buy a whole new body for this car.
Yeah.
And actually, I did have a deadline, but when I got it back, I actually kind of slacked on it a little bit because I was intimidated by it, not by the ability to do the work, but the amount of work.
Sure.
I was just like blown away about how much work that car needed. So I really did. Unfortunately, I put it off for a little bit. That one kind of ruined me a little bit.
But that one, I've actually gone back and watched some of the videos and all the powder coating and just little things you did. You centered the gas tank. It had, I think Tom Flatt did the exhaust, right?
He did, yeah.
It has really nice exhaust, big block 4-speed. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you did it 100%. That thing drove down the road like a dream after it left here.
Yeah, it drove nice.
Yeah, and so, that would be a fun car to own.
Yeah, anyway. It's 454. It's one of the last flat tappet camshafts I ever put in an engine, and it's got a Auto Gear M22 W in it with like 350 gears, and it cruises so nice. Yeah. It's got polished Americans on it.
That ended up, it had a 9-inch.
Had a 9-inch. Yeah. Yep. It all the stainless got polished by Dave Bradley.
Dave Bradley.
Yeah. Dave Bradley.
Community College.
Yeah, he polished all the stainless for me. It came out really nice, and Joe Miller buffed the car out for me. Spent hours and hours sanding and buffing that car for me. And, came out really nice. So.
And I mentioned that early in the video, but to see Joe take a razor blade to the high spots or the dirt in that paint, I couldn't believe it. And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And it turned out beautiful.
Yeah. It got best paint at one of the very first shows I ever went to. So.
Yeah, in Roseburg.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yep. All right. Well, if you stuck around to here, you stayed to the end, and we really appreciate it. If you have subscribed to this channel, we really appreciate it. For some reason, I have gone down the road with a really crazy Buick Special, and I think a lot of people are following that project. Obviously, you know that George was a big part of that project as well. It's not done by any means, but it runs and drives now.
They're never done.
No, especially that one. But I really appreciate it, and we never thought we'd be to this point. I don't know where it's going to go from here. I'm still having fun doing this, and we haven't been out to Woodburn much this year. I hope to get a lot of drag racing action this summer. We have races coming up 3 days from now. The oldies but goodies. The weather's not looking great. That's okay. But we're going to get drag racing action all summer. Obviously, George is going to have projects in here. This thing is going to have a whole new attitude soon. And we have all our other buddies' cool cars. We're going to capture that for you. It's not going to be all Buicks all the time this summer. Sorry, it's just going to be a little bit of Buick.
At least it's Chevy powered.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's exciting. Anyway, thanks again. Thanks for watching. Stick around. You never know. We might see 5 digits. Who knows when?
You never know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.